That is a sub-series I do love quite a bit.
It's... I hadn't really played it much until I added it to the pre-stream rotation. It's definitely a neat little time killer.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like it. It's simple and it's a time killer. Of course, the main thing today is extra stages.
Oh, yes. And thing is, at the time that I finished hard mode, I thought it was going to take a lot of doing to unlock extra mode. Not really.
Yeah, you may not have the hard difficulty extra mode unlocked though, unless you've done everything it asks for.
There's a hard mode extra world?
There is. But it's only for Boki.
Well, I think extra world is just for Boki in general.
Savant can do extra world normal. He cannot do hard mode though.
But before doing extra world, I did unlock the lost levels. So I feel like maybe starting up on that, because it has been a little while since I last played this.
I'm trying to remember what these were. Oh, these were old layouts he had for old stages that didn't make the cut in the whole game.
Message from Azure. Welcome to the Lost Levels. I'm one of the developers of the game. A bunch of stages got big upgrades with each new release, but some of them just no longer fit anywhere or had to be scrapped entirely. This one used to be the very first level of the game, but it made for a really weird first impression. There's not really anywhere else to put it due to being so easy though. This stage is fun to speedrun, so it's kind of sad to see it go, but pacing is really important.
Yeah, so these are all levels that were in the game but didn't make it to the final lineup.
Which, given the nature of it, I understand it, because, you know, just... When all you have are targets.
Yeah, this level was basically target practice the level. I do remember this stage because I played it while it was still in development.
Mission 2, Bunny Jail. This level is really old. The terrain was just drawn in MS Paint, and the enemies were originally placed by typing coordinates manually. There wasn't an in-game editor yet. Of course, it got at least 2 big revamps since then, but it still wasn't good enough to stay. Oh, goodness.
I don't remember this one nearly as well, so let's see. Yeah, I still don't really remember it.
You're... yeah, that was good.
Tornado solves all your problems in the blink of an eye, usually. Yeah, I've only been playing since it was added to Steam, and I forget if this level was in the Steam lineup when it was added.
I wouldn't know one way or the other. Mission 3, Gems and Colors. A common problem people have with this game is that it honestly starts pretty slow. The pace picks up a ton once you get somewhere around World 5, but it's really hard for me to keep things fast-paced and exciting early on, while also giving players enough room to be comfortable. This level was cut in favor of Sword Fighters, which introduces a much cooler enemy, instead of the Lethies in this one, and lets players experiment with swords very early in the game. If you ever make a game, remember, players will like it more if they get a sword. I like that kind of the developer commentary on this.
Yeah, this was not something I've actually done much with. Yeah, I do remember these guys being introduced early in earlier builds. The sword enemy level was not in until, like, he had World 11. That's when he had made a lot of the adjustments.
Although I do get a sword.
Inadvertently, yes, you do.
Just
And
so long
Tumbling
as you
Blade's one
had
of the
quick and
core
lightning.
ones.
Alright, level 4, Demolition, old.
Old layout for the level Demolition, I guess.
I don't remember what it looks like now. I saw you there. I don't need the help. And it feels nice to kind of warm up a bit before delving into the extra stages, because I know those are going to be a monster.
Oh, they are very hard, yes.
Deforestation Danger. This was actually one of the very first custom levels made for the game, made by CK Crash, who also composed the music for normal mode Extra World. This was mainly put into the game for the silly Photoshop terrain effects and got a few upgrades over the years, but eventually was cut in favor of Woodland Clash. I'm surprised that...
I wasn't even paying attention. I do vaguely remember this level.
Mission 6,
The
Burning
Deforestation.
Canyon. And basically, some guy, we're on the Lost levels. Games that were made but didn't make the cut at the end of the day. There used to be a fire and water world early in the game. Eventually, we realized that it's not actually very exciting, and there was no way to fit something so abstract into the new story of the game. That entire world was cut and was replaced with the fire part of the forest, including adding the second form of the Verzet, which used to just end after one health bar.
Verzet was the mini-boss that set the thing on fire.
Right.
See, I definitely don't remember this then. Because this was way earlier. I'll be back in just a second. I should confirm something with my mother.
Oh, a shield. water tower. Okay.
Alright. Should be all set.
Mission 8, Volcanic Island. This level changes music based on if you're on the fire enemy side or the water enemy side. That was the first time dynamic music got used in the game, but it wasn't too interesting. I made much better use of it later for mid-bosses and world transitions.
I do agree with that statement.
Yeah, I do notice the difference. Got the health since it's right there.
I guess the question is, if a fire and water level was made and the fire part was used in what was now World 2, was this World 2 or World 3? Or some other placement? Alright, I'll take care of it. Except...
Boom! Apparently it was around level World 4-ish. Mission 9, Fan Club. This level was never in any released version of the game, actually. It was intended as part of the Fire and Water world to lead up to Yolomacho. This level is pretty cool, but with that entire world removed, there was no longer a place for it. Yeah, I can see why how it got its name.
Oh, literal fans.
Yep. I had a feeling.
And Yolomacho being boss of that world would make sense, so...
Yeah, being the fire-water thing, yeah.
I mean, would you call it fan service, some guy? It's more or less just the legacy of how the game was developed.
It's a pun. I got it.
That got lost on me. Whoops. I'm usually good about spotting those.
Boom!
Ryukens.
Mission 10, Rusted Gate. For a long time, the max size of a game levels was 2048 by 2048 pixels, about 3 screens wide, due to texture size limits. After I added ice physics, I realized it's not fun to skate around unless the level is really wide though, so I did some terrible hack to let you double the level width at the cost of half its height. This stage used to come after Polluted Outskirts, but most of the cool stuff in it simply got added to Polluted Outskirts itself, now that levels could be wider.
That would explain a lot of the redesigned levels after the ice physics were added. Yeah, I was gonna say, based on the background, this looked like it was part of the factory world. And I do vaguely remember this. I do remember entering by walking on through those spikes, at the very least.
As long as you're not jumping, you're fine.
Yep, and that was something I remember going into later versions of the game too, so that was probably the stage that kind of taught me that.
Mission 11, Containment Breach. I kinda like this level, but the chemical plant is already longer than it should be. It's a shame that some good levels need to get cut, but it's definitely better for the game's health overall. A shorter game means you get to the cool stuff near the end faster.
Yeah, I remember World 3 being fairly long, which probably didn't help to contributing to the what was described earlier as slow pacing early on.
Right, and that's the oil, isn't it? The one that drains my air twice as fast.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, when my food finishes, I'll be stepping away. I will probably come back to this when I'm done, though.
Alright. Mission 12, Blood Cavern. This is another case of an alright level that got removed just due to being too long. I love big underground lakes, and this has the secret verse that's fun to discover, but it takes way too long whether you use the verse or not. In general, the cave was pretty boring until we added TNT and dynamite, so pretty much every level before then got removed.
Oof. And I only know the cave with TNT, so... Yeah, explosives making things not boring. It feels more or less like just a fact of life at this point.
Yep. Goodness knows the Mythbusters practically made a career out of it. So now that you tell me that there is a verse, and there it is. your last one. Smashy Smashy! Mission 13, Glistening Cave. Mission 14, Gold Mine. Heaven Splitter. That's an interesting name.
It certainly is.
Alright, 15, Molten Mantle. A lot of these levels are just kind of arenas with a bunch of random enemies. I mean, the game's fun if it's just an arena with a bunch of enemies, but we realize that's what Endless is for, not story mode. Most of the arena levels got replaced with something more directed and coherent, testing one or two specific skills. There's still sometimes a big arena right before a boss, though.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, if you make something called story mode, it should have story in it at some point. Hello. Okay. Not sure what happened to that thing, but it got destroyed. That's really all that matters.
You had flame and burned it.
Must have. Mission 16, Magma Vents. While we're here, you should take a look at the graphics once the level loads. This is what the cave looked like before I added the crystals and waterfalls and lava blocks. The rest of the game wasn't much better looking either. I think there was like 30-ish lost levels. One of the biggest complaints about this game early on was the graphic style sucks, but in version 2.0 I put tons of effort into making everything look nicer. I mean, people still say that, but it's a lot less than they used to. I like the graphic style.
Yeah, I think it's a good style now. It's hit a good stride. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just go now because I'm gonna get calls.
I am just getting hit by everything. Give me that shield, thank you. There we go. Either from the lava or from the flame talisman. Either way, it got the job done. Number 17, the Tar Climb. This is another really cool custom level that was pretty cool, but was cut for length reasons. Leathies in general were kind of phased out over time, especially the blue ones. They're a lot more exciting in endless mode, while in story mode they tend to just be randomly hard to hit. But this level's cool because you can reflect their lasers! Alright then. Regarding extra level packs, I know they exist, but I'm probably... Maybe after... I've still got a whole bunch of endless mode left to do. I probably won't even consider doing anything else until I get through those, whenever that happens, I don't know. Come on. Die, you. Thank you. Mission 18, Reactor Core. The factory went surprisingly well the first time around, so this is the only major level that got cut. Scrapyard Assault used to be on both difficulties instead of just hard mode, though. This stage got replaced by Main Reactor, which is basically just the exact same thing, except better. Note the old graphics though, the factory got a huge upgrade in a later version. Alright, later some guy. Wow. It's like bang, 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 bang. Okay, and I see where... Right, of course it's another one of you. I could probably do workshop levels, but considering the limited nature of pre-stream, I don't know if I'd be able to do them justice. Mission 19, Prison Escape. This level inspired an entire world, actually. This is just a short thing where you break out, destroy some keys, and then get to the exit. It's nothing amazing, but it's still probably one of the better Lost levels. The theming here was really cool, though, and it gave us the idea to have a full-on prison world. Alarm, perbegs, and other things were added later. Oh. Gee! I wonder where the exit is. Of course you give me health when I don't need it anymore. Mission 20, Temporal Anomoly. This level was originally in World 10, but then got expanded upon and moved to the Nexus as a bit of training for Remote and for Paradox Yanimra. Tossing remotes through barriers is fun, but it's not exciting enough to warrant an entire level. Try going for low damage, though. Wow! I'm surprised that worked that well. Goodness. Mission 21, Perforated Network. In this level, you can take different paths depending on what enemies you defeat. There are tons of possibilities, but everyone always did pretty much the exact same path, and the level's basically the same thing no matter which path you take anyway, so it didn't matter. And yep, this is. Yeah, when you're someone like me who just tends to destroy everything in their path, it's all paths just lead to the same place. Mission 22, Castle Moat. Knight Remnants, Crusader X-Cheeks, I don't know. Cannons and basically all the medieval features weren't actually added until version 2. Once those enemies and features were implemented, we started to tweak old levels like this one to use them, but then scrapped it in favor of making entirely new levels. Extra world levels? I didn't think to look at them. But suffice to say, I'm sure they'll take a lot longer to beat than these ones will. Oh dear. Ow. And yep, that's... Wow, I'm a little surprised it took me this long to get my first death. Okay, where are you? Oh, that's the last one. Okay. Then there's all that other stuff that was locked away that ended up not mattering at all. Mission 23, Dragon Slayer. Oh, really now? Oh, really now? Okay. Get in. And now to just... go around and just run things over. Alright, mission 24, Slay the Dragon. This is one of the sillier levels. You don't say. I think it's cool and unique, but doesn't actually end up being that fun. Make sure to blow it up so you can see the background layer skeleton, though. Really? Huh. Okay, that's an interesting little bit of detail there. That works. Not a heck of a lot left to the dragon. Mission 25, Clockwork Engine. It's always nice to use enemy zone attacks against them. Mission 16, Angel Crush. What is this stage title even supposed to mean? Oh, Boki's back in. Am I supposed to crush a bunch of angels? Are the angels going to crush me? Does an angel have a crush on me? Meow? I guess you'll find out when you try the stage, huh? Although I will warn you, the latter is highly unlikely. This stage is pretty mediocre, but I like the dialogue it had, plus there's a fun secret in it. Okay then. Wow. Well, you say that's the last one, but I see there's a whole bunch of stuff down here. Let's see what we got. Aha! Right! Well, now we know what the center of the Earth looks like. A whole bunch of penguins. Mission 27, Space Station. World 9 used to be a lot more vague, with just general sky/space themed levels instead of an actual progression. This stage is pretty neat, but there was no way to justify it in the story, plus it didn't do anything too unique. We only figured that out after already reworking this to use the new gravity mechanics, though. Whee! There we go. Now the question is, how do I get to these happy fun places? Ah, that's how. Or maybe not. Yeah, high gravity. Yeah, there was a high gravity thing up here. That would do it. More health, that's fine. And there you go. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot about the whole crashing into the Earth thing. Mission 28, Katera Prime. The fact that you're giving me an infinite amount of health worries me. Let's... Here's the thing. Yep. And... Oh. Okay.
Alright, it's been a while since I've played those levels. Are you on to the main course now?
No, I'm getting there. I'm on a level called Katera Prime.
Oh, so you're still on boss levels?
Yeah, I'm in the high 20s, though.
Ah, okay. Some of the layer ones must have been a little longer or more difficult.
Yeah, there was a bit of difficulty in there. Don't think I noticed Don't think I didn't notice the whole, Chozo statue motif there.
You're on 28 from the looks of it.
And the verse at the end. Hello, Soulfire. 29, Defense Grid. This level was replaced by Defensive Matrix, which is basically just a better version of this. Both versions of this stage have mirror in them. If you haven't figured it out already, there's a cool secret involving that in Marathon mode. Apparently I haven't figured that out. I'm not sure what that refers to.
Well, I think Marathon mode is the play every stage in a row mode.
Oh, Marathon, I confused that. I thought it said endless. But yeah, I definitely had played Marathon.
You definitely need to set aside time for Marathon mode, but it's still pretty fun.
It would be cool to see like a tournament of this. And what with speedrun mode giving, you know, timers and such, it definitely does facilitate that.
Yeah, it's a game that can be run quickly. It's just kind of getting the game's name out there.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about it, I may actually give, my younger brother does not have this game yet, though I've mentioned it to him before, so I might get him a copy while it's on sale.
You know, homing mine. That looks nice. How did I not get hit by that?
I'm not sure.
Last one. I don't care about your counters, because even though those things are dead too, even if everything doesn't all die at when I kill the last target. Mission 30, Blast Line. For the longest time, we didn't know what World 10 was going to be. It had just a really vague war explosions theme, until we finally settled on making it a city. This is a level that was made before that decision, when we were just experimenting to figure things out. Well, it's the best way of figuring things out, just do things and see what sticks. See, I had to explode there.
Yeah, it would make sense for what is more or less a cut World 10 level to be, like, towards the end of it, because once World 11 had been decided upon, the final direction of the game was set in stone. So, there probably was only just a couple experimental things at that point.
Right.
Yeah, that must be very brief then, huh? Oh, was there something that was supposed to counter all that noise? I didn't notice. Ooh, wow, nice. Ballistic missile? Ballistic missile indeed. It homes, it explodes, and yeah, does a whole bunch of other nice things. Whew. '31 Weapons Hanger. This is the final lost level. It used to be right before Fortress Vers. It has some medieval enemies and pilotable mechs to lead into Fortress Vers, but it's overall way too long. This was another case of having double width levels was handy. Those parts got added to the end of Warzone now. This is actually a really fun level, and you can take two different paths through it.
Beat all the ground enemies to go down to the furs, and beat all the aerial enemies to go up to the Dengrax. Also, thanks for playing all this old junk. You're a cool person.
I do remember this level, because Fortress of Verse was the last boss that was added in the Steam version before all the updates happened.
I guess I'm heading down to the verse. Now it's just a matter of... Need that help, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely remember this level.
Now it's just a matter of figuring out where to go here. Oh yeah. Just in case something dumb happens. Hello, Omega. Yep, bye-bye verse. That's... makes me glad. What? Can't do anything against that. Oh boy. Yeah, and just wreck face, wreck face, wreck face. And hopefully not get wrecked in turn. There we go. Whew. And that's all the lost levels.
Now for the extra world.
Now for the extra world. So there are 7 levels here.
Yeah, it's not very long. They are tricky, though.
Yeah, I can imagine. Mission 1, The Dark Door. Extra World, Nocturne. Alright. My research just uncovered something unsettling hidden within the Cyber's database. If such a thing is unleashed and we aren't prepared for it, the results could be disastrous. But I have a hypothesis on how to defeat it. Would you like to help me test it? If it means smashing robots, then I don't see why not. Oh boy. Okay, oh god! Oh god, the heck am I looking at?
Welcome to the creepy world.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, I think like a safe equivalent here is this is basically the game's equivalent of the hell area.
Although it's not starting off too big, because didn't I fight one of these before, or is it a stronger version now?
You have fought one of them before.
Okay.
I don't know if you're stronger or not, though.
Okay.
But yeah, given the skeletal flooring and all, it's the motif is definitely Underworld.
Thing is, the first thing that came to mind was Binding of Isaac. That.
Memory serves, this was one of the few songs, too, that Azure had to actually get some help with. He wasn't sure how to make the banana song that he used, for a couple of the stages to fit this type of motif. He had someone else do the composition more predominantly.
Yeah, oh jeez, that's another one. Yeah, I have Binding of Isaac. I guess my main grief with it is just the visual presentation. It's just a bit too visceral for my taste.
I think that's a lot of people's issues with it.
Doesn't help that I kind of suck at it.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the specifics on that one, Plusha, so...
The one roguelike that I tend to... Not that people have ever really asked my opinion on it, but one that I've gotten, that I've liked, is called Runers. It definitely allows more customizability in what you're able to do, what you have.
I tend to like roguelikes in general, so I'm not typically too picky with them. Isaac is my personal favorite, but I understand why people don't necessarily like it. Some other ones I've enjoyed include Dead Cells, 20XX.
Yep. The Cybers are harnessing a dark magical force, but it isn't truly theirs to command. They have to use some light magic as a counterbalance to keep the darkness from going out of control. But you can copy that magic and use it to dispel the darkness entirely. You should be able to find some of that magic just up ahead. I have not tried Crypt of the Necrodancer. I've seen it. Keeping the rhythm on that sounds like a nightmare to me, honestly.
Yeah, that's another one I've played and enjoy. Also, Plutia, my mistake. Yeah, Isaac in ways is luck, and I guess that's part of why I like Isaac, because I am enamored with things like luck and just RNG. Isaac also lets me feel, like, absolutely broken on some runs, and I guess that's another reason why I like it.
And one thing I like about Runers is that basically you have runes, you can make spells with runes, and as long as you have... Well, It does take some time to actually collect all the spells. Once you do, you basically have all of them on hand, basically whenever you have the ingredients to make them with. And I developed a kind of a mental list of enough spells that I like that I can make. You can pretty much give me any combination of runes and I can make something out of it. I believe there are 10 different runes, and there's like, I think there's like a couple hundred different spells you can make with them. So it's pretty neat. Oh dear.
Yeah, I can definitely understand those sentiments, Plutia, because Isaac also just has those characters that just aren't fun to play or absurd challenges to play as. And sure, some people get enjoyment from playing characters like the Lost. I don't think I've heard met anybody who likes playing as Keeper, however.
Yeah, I don't particularly. It feels like at this point, with as much stuff as I have unlocked, even though I haven't played the game in quite some time, it feels like particularly with characters like the Keeper, the only time I can really accomplish anything is when I give myself things like the Holy Mantle right off the bat.
Yeah, Holy Mantle helps a lot with Lost.
I'm talking about Keeper.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about what Plutia mentioned in chat.
I'm kind of focused. I'm not in a position to really see what's going on.
Yeah.
You can understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh my.
And yeah, Keeper just sucks. Unfortunately, that Holy Mantle does not make doing boss rush with Lost any easier.
Well, yeah, because you still only have the one hit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think I've made it to the Void once, which kind of shows how long it's been for me. So, am I really helping your research by doing these missions? Copying the light magic was really easy. Of course you're helping. Like I said, everything I knew about this force was merely a hypothesis up to this point. It's not just these missions though, Boki. I learned just as much from watching your progress in the simulation as you do from playing it. You're just saying that. Oh boy.
Yeah, Isaac, I've gotten the basically you have everything achievements a couple times, but with another DLC on the way, I'm gonna be back to work once more.
Oh, there's another one?
The one that's bringing anti-birth into the actual game.
Ah. I've heard of that one. I really have no experience with it, but...
Yeah, I have a little bit. The actual expansion for Rebirth itself is going to be called Repentance, and there is no set date for it yet.
I think I've had my fill of Isaac. It's just the skill gate is just too much for me at this point.
Fair enough. It's getting my money though, that's for sure.
I think having my first successful Mega Satan run done with Blue Baby is enough of an achievement for me.
Oh yeah.
I still have a screenshot of that too.
Isaac's also just giving me a lot of memories, which comes from some of the ridiculous crap I've either had or pulled off. Like, it says something when your hard mode Mega Satan run with the Lost turns into Dead Cat, Epic Fetus, and Blank Card Chaos Card.
Wow.
It's pretty much... I think this is going to be successful. Unfortunately, I missed the Chaos Card throw on Mega Satan's second form and had to kill him legit.
One target left. Okay, so I do still have Harvester left, so... But I didn't need it. Whew. I'm surprised this is going this well, honestly. Mission 5, Path of Sorrow.
Well, remember, you've done hard mode, so these are still, like, normal difficulty missions.
I was expecting it to be, like, a step up from hard, honestly. But I guess if
no, that's what extra hard's for.
Which I think I'll probably just leave it where it is. Especially since I apparently, well...
Yeah, you might not have the means to start that one yet.
I don't even know what the means is besides getting these done. I thought I saw something down there, but I guess not.
It will tell you if you try to go to hard extra after this.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Pandemonium is most likely the thing you're missing.
Yeah, the hard mode of Endless, yeah, I haven't touched that yet.
Yeah, I think you need to have a run that gets like 40,000, 50,000, something like that. And then let's run for 100k.
I'll have to look and see. Oh, those are immune.
Oh, and you have to beat wave 9 to get Endless at least once.
I have gotten into triple digits on Endless. I have done that much. But after doing that, I haven't even touched Pandemonium yet. I just went into the individual regions, which I think I've only done like 3 or 4 or something. I'll show that. I'll show off what I've done on that after I finish this. Yes, and I was thankful when I found out that there were checkpoints midway through things.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this looks cool.
This is the level that takes the longest, in my opinion, for this particular area.
But just the motif of it looks neat.
It does.
Good luck trying to figure out where I am half the time, but it looks neat.
Oh, you can use it in the level editor? That's pretty sick. Can you even change the background color, or is it still red?
Oh jeez, I didn't realize I had other weapons. I thought I was using just straight explode the whole time. That's wave.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty cool then.
Oh, dang. Oh, that is Supernova. Okay. Let's save that. Alright. Did I waste that? Maybe. But at least now I don't have to worry about those.
Well, I imagine 2 of that same enemy are just on the other side. So.
Yeah, they are. But they went down easily enough.
Well, now you got the thing I was waiting to see your reaction to, which is the actual boss of this place.
Which... Oh my. Oh boy! Oh my, what the heck is this? Doesn't even have a name that I can... Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he does have a name, but it's in a font that is almost unreadable.
What was that noise I just heard? Did I? Oh, well. And I can't jump on him, it makes sense. Ah. Oh my. Oh boy.
Yeah, we are going to be here for a little bit. He is not easy.
I would imagine not.
I will not say his name until after you've beaten him, just as a bit of a tidbit.
Okay, that's fine. Didn't know he had an actual name that could be pronounced by the human tongue.
He actually technically does, but I want to say the font he uses is something you can even find on like basic document software. I don't know what font it is though. Not off the top of my head at least.
I saw those claw marks coming. I didn't do anything about it.
This is also probably my favorite remix of the main boss theme.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm probably not accomplishing anything by attacking the main body right now, am I?
Yeah, he's invulnerable. I am just not paying attention to when those claw marks arrive. Although, since I was kind of in the middle of kicking the air, I'm not sure what I could have done against that time. Yeah.
Oh boy. This is... And I'm convinced I can't reflect any of these dumb things.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain you can't reflect them. There's like one that I would question whether or not you could, and it's the giant orb. And even then, I would personally not be testing that.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Oh, really? Dang. Thank you for the ammo.
Yeah, I have a feeling it was too big.
Well, that's one down. Oh crap, there's... the heck? Oh. Didn't realize attacking was using up air. Okay.
Right, that's what it was. Right. It's like it does I was gonna say it does damage to you, but that was how it does damage to you because using the dark energy attack sucks your life force away.
Yeah. Although focusing on one seems like a pretty good idea right about now.
Yeah, because the thing you want to do is get one of the weapons under your control first, and then take out the remaining stuff. So focusing one, whichever one you want the weapon of, is usually the way to go.
Of course, I don't know what the difference is. But...
yeah, not currently. You just know the one weapon. And yeah, obviously it keeps you from using your normal weapons after that point, so you're stuck with it once you have it.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, it depends on your thoughts on air.
But at least now that I'm aware of it, I can account for it. And, you know, just not spam it all the livelong day.
Man, his horns are obnoxious.
Yes, they are. It's like, my thought was I could have sworn those things weren't quite as high last time I went around. Ah, I walked right into it. Alright.
Yeah, I believe that torch can only put the claw out so far.
Yeah, that's...
if I can even call it a torch. The old set are technically torch-like.
It's a thing that has a fire on top of it. Makes sense to me. But that seems to be the one... this one here...
is the one with the orb.
Is the one with the orb. And I kinda want that one.
Longest range,
if for no
makes
other
sense.
reason, so that it can't be used against me.
That too. Both solid reasons.
Yo! Because that seems...
and yeah, I'm fairly certain the orb outranges the other two weapons too, so... oh, this is what I was thinking of, that's why. The claw attack drains air, the orb takes health every time you fire it.
Oh. Okay. Which begs the question, what does the claw do?
Memory serves, when you're doing level editors, I think you can use these weapons. I could also be thinking of when you have gotten the star rank on a boss, whether they'll have access to these as well. It's one of the two. I don't remember which it is.
And I got stuck.
Oh, you have to add the files? I thought there was some way to actually be able to use them.
Alright, now that I've done that, I'm curious to see what drawback the claws have.
Looking for orange.
Yep. Just by process, since I knew where...
Starred levels, that was why, okay. So yeah, any level you've gotten a star on after you've beaten this guy, you can actually use these weapons in it.
Oh, wow. Is that where the achievement regarding the Omega weapons is referring to?
No, the Omega thing is something you can get in Endless.
Ah.
There are some enemies that have Omega property on them, and when you pick them up, it'll basically amplify your current weapons. I believe that was how it works. It's been a while. Pandemonium, specifically, okay.
Oh, hello, health.
Okay, so it looks like the only drawback of the claw is knockback.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Which, if that's all it does, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, because the other two have the potential to kill you. This one just has the potential to put you in danger. Not like there's much of a difference, but at least this one keeps you alive and kicking, so to speak. The drawback being you have to get up close.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they all do.
Yeah.
Pick your favorite and get going. That's basically what we're down to here.
I think I'm gonna go with the first one I had.
So the Rabbit Stream.
Yeah. I just have to, you know, pay attention to what's going on around me, which is not the easiest thing in the world for me. Oh, the thing regenerates. Okay. So attacking the main body is an exercise in futility right now.
Yeah, the body is not really your target currently.
But
Eventually, but not currently.
yeah, eventually, But I found out that I can just spin kick right through them, then I don't have to worry about the stupid horns.
Oh! Yeah, that would help.
Ah. Oh, and of course the health drops after I die.
I was gonna say, where was the health dropping from in the first place? I guess it's from some of the enemies.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, they are substantially dangerous. The clock enemies are always annoying. These guys are no exception.
Oh, when I'm at 1 health, right, that makes sense.
Yeah, that would explain why it showed up when we're basically dead.
There. So that way, in theory, I won't get stuck there anymore. Seem to be doing fine before, not what's my major malfunction now.
Yeah. I want to say the mooks that show up are also variant. They may be variant on what part of the fight you're on, like how many of the tool sets are left. Because the clock guys don't seem to show up until you have one weapon.
Yeah, I noticed that. Oh shoot. Come on. There we go. Oh! Hello, health. Hello, even more health. Thank you. And I jumped right into the darn thing.
Yeah, the issue too is that he's constantly summoning mooks.
So, and the corner's not safe.
Yeah, sure enough, that kick does work.
That's two!
You have access to both these weapons, so just pick what you prefer.
Oh boy.
Yeah, at this point, anything and everything he's going to be sending at you again.
Okay. That's all three of them down.
Nope, only one thing left to do now.
I noticed that he's still regenerating.
Yeah, I don't know if the game even tells you necessarily the answer on this one.
Not to mention not to mention that the health I gained gave me 0.
I think you have infinite health right now.
I hope so.
But at the same time, this fight ends in a very specific way. But I'm not gonna say the answer.
I just hope that my infinite health lasts long enough for me to figure it out.
I think it lasts until you figure it out, so...
I figured it out. I pressed C. I pressed the fire everything button.
Yep, that's your answer.
Even though the game didn't tell me I could, I tried to do it anyway, and that's the thing. Oh goodness.
Yeah, you basically just did act the forbidden technique.
Destroy the world. Valcow wishes he could destroy the world this well. Gee, error message! No duh! Hey! Oh no!
Savant was not expecting that to be the answer, basically.
Apparently not. Oh no, Boki, are you alright? That should not have even been possible to copy. I should have never allowed the game to even simulate such a dark power. It's completely my fault. I'm fine, just give me a few minutes. When you said that I would have infinite life until I figured it out, I interpreted that as if there was an extra phase to it. Oh, how fortunate. I'm glad you weren't hurt. Just rest for now, and I apologize that my curiosity led to such a shocking experiment. That was definitely a thing. This new data is very enlightening, though. I wonder if Boki's ability is more important than I thought. Whew. Wow.
Well, congrats on beating Exgal.
And that's Demon Lord. I was wondering what that particular achievement was. So...
Alright, so if you try to do hard mode, they'll probably tell you.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that. No, it doesn't even tell me.
Can you hit the button on it to get the answer, or...?
No, it just gives me...
Where's the message? Do you have to do Savant first, or is it under up? Yeah, it is supposed to tell you.
Yeah, Savant doesn't even have access to that.
Does he not? I know he doesn't have access to hard, but I think he has that. Oh, well, he doesn't have access to it anymore. Interesting.
Let's see, I got an extra modifier, though. What is that? Trick or cheat? Happy Halloween. Okay. So I'm gonna take a wild guess, and that other triple question mark is beating it on hard.
Yes.
Let's see.
But yeah, it is supposed to tell you how to open the hard extra. And I remember I got the pop-up, just by trying to click on hard difficulty for it when I played it before, but obviously a lot has changed since then.
Yeah, and as you can see, this is what I've done so far on Endless.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just straight up doesn't tell me what the requirement is. I'm still curious as to what all that even says, but yeah. I thought I pressed C while in the world's menu. Let's see.
Just because a hidden keys on it does nothing. Oh, one menu down. So, on the world select, not the level select.
Yeah.
Press the button on it. Then try selecting it. No. That's weird, because, yeah, there's supposed to be a pop-up that says, do you want to do this hard mode thing? Do these 5 things and you can do it. Yeah, maybe a flag did get set wrong. Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah, I did do the lost levels first, although there wasn't an achievement for it. Alright then, well... There's a hard version of that whole mess. That sounds interesting, but... I don't think I'm gonna... Just going through Pandemonium, I think that would be a bit long for stream purposes. Just because Endless Mode being what it is. That might be better served doing something on my own time. I'll try restarting first. Yeah, I'll at least try that. Oh, all these laser beams would have nothing to aim at. Right. So once we establish what it is that I have to do to unlock that, which will probably be its own stream or something, another between games thing. I'm surprised that I was expecting this to take like another couple hours. I was expecting every stage to be kind of like that last one.
Well, the last one lived up to your expectations.
Oh,
yeah, let's
see.
Yeah, let's see whether or not it says it now.
Ah, okay. It showed up there now. The Divine Challenge. Yep. Get 40,000 points in Pandemonium.
Yeah, so the requirements are to beat the extra world, beat a certain world on hard.
5.
World 5.
Beat Wave 90 in normal Endless, gain 100,000 points anywhere in Endless, which I've already done, and gain 40,000 points in Pandemonium.
So literally you just have one requirement to get that open.
Yeah. You know what, I'm here now, I might as well at least give it a go.
Yeah, it's doing hard extra that may not happen today.
Possibly not, no. Constructs are modular. Their weapons can be easily switched out for other ones. So I thought it would be interesting if I assign their weapons completely at random. You never know what they'll shoot. Okay. This is gonna be a disaster, isn't it?
Yeah, this is basically keep an eye on what the enemy has within them, and be on your toes.
Thank you, Plasma. One thing that I found at least somewhat irritating about Endless is that when you're trying to go somewhere and the platforms shift away from you because of the nature of it.
Yeah. Also, I don't believe it cares if you use Boki or Savant for this, so...
I'm just used to using Boki at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say that, except I'm often more focused on killing the enemies as opposed to paying attention to where the line is. Kind of like that. I was aiming upwards and suddenly there was a thing blocking my way. Die you. You know what, give me that. Oh, well, guys, I didn't really need the help, but... Well, the shadow definitely made mincemeat of that thing, of that guy.
Oh, it totally did. And this was the thing I forgot. There's 2 mid-bosses and then a boss.
Yep.
Or...
Two-faced orb of death.
The Jumbo and Shike, I think it's usually what I call these things.
Yeah, $14,000, more like 21,000. Next.
So basically, if you can get through the next 10 stages with about the same score, you already got it.
Yeah, pretty much. It helps if I can maintain the combo that I currently have.
Yeah, because the combo is your multiplier.
Of course, the tornado kind of wrecks house in this environment.
Yeah. Especially since Endless's screen is not very large either. Like, it's just a very small, kind of like infinitely scrolling sideways room. It's usually pretty easy to use Tornado to clear out entire sections without, like, breaking a sweat.
Oh, lost my combo, but oh well.
Yeah, we'll see. Might be able to get something back still. Delta the First. Desaro. Like I said, I did read that right. He is attacking with regal armaments.
Yeah, so was I. Thing is, I don't remember seeing these things before in regular, so I get might be a pandemonium thing.
Yeah, Pandemonium is like, is this weapon in the code somewhere? Okay, you might get it. So it's basically just a more chaotic endless. It's not necessarily harder, it's as hard as the random weapon generation wants it to be.
Right. Well, yeah, I got these in the Castle World, but I don't remember seeing them in, in Castle World of Endless, I guess. Makes sense.
No, there isn't really a Castle World in Endless, so...
Squeaky missiles! I wonder if there's a time limit for when it'll tell you how long it took. I wonder if it's 15 seconds or less, 20 seconds or less.
There might be. Yeah, I think the only consistency is the boss is still technically the same, but its weapons can be different.
And there's the 40,000.
Oh, you may as well see this through.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't going to do that stuff now.
Yeah, so you can take care of that another day.
I think all the buzzsaws and crushers just hurt the enemies more than me, Meow. I assure you, the simulation is accurate. It's just that most constructs aren't programmed very well.
I didn't realize they could have interactions like that between loads. Must be a newer edition.
Yeah, I've noticed that when I did regular. Gotta go fast, gotta go fast.
I will say too, it's also a good thing you have been doing some of the unique areas, because there are some unique enemies in those that you can only get in those areas.
So the ones that I didn't really care too much for were the ones that were the vertical environments, just because they were kind of hard to maneuver in.
Yeah.
Delta Twister. Ah. Delta Twister, indeed.
Ah, yes, that weapon. I remember it.
Well, it seems like my computer's not liking these things right now.
Yeah, I was noticing that. It's not happy about something.
I wonder how much of that is because I'm streaming along with it.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Although I think I seem to recall there being things were kind of chugging along, regardless of whether I was streaming it or not. Well, I have put mentioned my specs on my Discord at some point. I could probably.
I was gonna say I can poke and look at those quickly.
I know it's an HP Pavilion something or other. It runs Windows 8, which shows the time frame at least. Oh.
Yeah,
my buzzsaw ran out just as I was going to use it.
Yeah, I found the post. It was it's HP Pavilion Slimline.
Yeah, and then there's the 6-digit number thing along with it, which matters.
Yeah, 400 rather dash 2244.
I'm sure someone more knowledgeable than me could look at that and wonder how my computer is able to run half the stuff it is. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Something besides explode and bounce, please. Ah. There we go.
Oh, right, this was the two-phase boss.
Yep. And I found that I ended up looking through the entire database just to see what kind of lore the game had, which is pretty interesting. I noticed that a lot of the environments, even the ones that appeared in story mode, they didn't actually appear in the database until I encountered them in Endless.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! Well, hopefully that plasma will still be there. Okay, Sky. Great. Oh, okay, this isn't a vertical thing. I thought from the name of it that it was, but...
No, Sky is... It's the same area that was in the first Endless, which was horizontal predominantly. The heavily vertical area is the space area towards the end.
Ah, yeah. The bouncy thing, okay.
Oh, this is the enemy I think it is. Man, is he a pain to chase down.
Especially in an environment like this.
He appears to be leaving toxic clouds wherever he impacts.
Ah, yeah, that explains why my attack range was so bad. Because I'm using Wave in the sun, right? That makes sense. Probably means I should switch it out for something.
Well, now the sun's gone.
Well, yeah, but... Well, there's still a little bit of... Can I grab it, please? Why was it not picking it up?
I think it was in the terrain. It was so small it was in the terrain or something.
Confet Delta. Okay, this thing has backup. There we go.
I think you're at the boss I tend to not like from Endless.
It's Hyphora.
Yeah, it's this frickin' dimension hopper that I hate.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha! Loading the cave! That weapon you used was rather direct. Hey, sometimes I just want to blast things. I don't need to be fancy all the time. Right. Yeah, and it seems oddly appropriate seeing the buzzsaws using gears.
In a way, yeah.
Turning Hogal Delta. Oh. Apparently that used up a good bit of my ammo.
Tornado weapons tend to do that, I find.
Yeah. That's because they tend to be quite flashy and dramatic.
Yeah, they tend to be screen nukes.
The heck is that? Omega Drive? What the heck is that?
I think you found the Omega weapons.
You don't say. I have to kill 10 enemies with this thing, right?
Yeah, you can equip other weapons alongside it too, because they'll amplify whatever you're using. So you can pick up quick and get amplified quick.
And down I go.
Died in the chaos.
Died in the chaos. But I made it to wave 47 on my first attempt there, which is pretty darn good. And that unlocked that. I'm curious how many enemies did I kill for that? If it was 9, I'm gonna be upset.
I'm gonna guess you got like 6.
5. Probably because I found myself using the C button when I shouldn't have been.
Yeah. So another bound of Omega weapons, and you should get that.
Yeah. Now that I know what it is that I'm looking for. And
it's 7 levels again.
It's 7 levels again. I'm not touching those this time today, though. Given what it was last time, I'm gonna hold off on that until next time around. So
that's probably wise.
Yeah. So I guess join me next time when we do the hard mode of Extra World, which I was not planning on. But there you have it. I have access to it now. Might as well do it now. And if I have whatever extra time, I'll probably just do more endless for the heck, just to pad time at the end. So until then, this is MeleeWizard, and have a nice night.